friend in the world, Rick.
Oh,
You got Caesar,
hey, what's up? I'm a
my
huge.
knight in my knight in shiny in shiny brown armor. Um, Vic the Serbian INTJ mastermind,
Of course.
And drinking
and
water. Who drinks
and
water?
drinking water who apparently drinks water.
Water.
Nigga, you got some water?
I did want to read this kind of hilarious and kind of like infuriating thread where this guy makes fun of like office life. But the dude I wanted to get on here, my friend, if you remember from the Gus Memorial stream, my friend Shaggy, I want to get him on because he's an office drone, so I kind of wanted to like get his take and also roast him and also roast the imaginary character of this stream. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow or some other time this week. Um,
Well, I'm going to be
because
starting an engineering office job on Monday. So,
oh boy, well, that's a little different.
oh yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
gay.
think, yeah, it's okay. Like, my brother's an architect, and he works in an office technically, but it's like it's like it's like a serious office of people who do actual work. It's not like they're gonna waste all day in like stupid gay meetings. I'm sure there's gay meetings inside the
Oh, yeah.
office.
oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know much about it, but I doubt he spends most of his day dealing with stupid petty office politics like this thread did. It was pretty hilarious. But
I read an
so
article you sent us.
so I'm canning it for later.
Oh,
Hopefully I'll get this guy on here, but yeah, whatever.
Well, the first time
I
I was
just,
in the office, I haven't actually worked there in like a real capacity, but I went there in the morning just to get briefed on what I was going to be doing in the field. And the first day I'm there, some guy comes in and he starts talking to this other guy, and I don't remember what the other guy's name was, but he's like, "I'm about to kick this guy's ass because he disrespected me yesterday." So I don't know, man. Maybe there is petty office politics. He seemed pretty angry.
Oh man,
Yeah.
oh, like I said, I don't want to get into it because
Yeah.
I used to work in a company called Tiger Direct. They used to have a call center down here,
Right.
and it was one of the worst jobs I ever had. I think a piece of my work ethic died in that job. I've never gotten that piece back.
Oh, no.
Like I used to have excellent work ethic.
Yeah.
That job destroyed something inside me, and now I just have kind of like okay work ethic.
Oh wow.
it'll suffice.
So
Suffice
that's your
so far.
excuse.
I
Barely.
So I'm streaming here from my living room, because the room I used to stream in, the spare room of my apartment, it is being turned into the baby room because the baby's being born in like a little more than a month now, or earlier. It can they think it'll be earlier. So
you should have
Is that
come
why
big.
there's
You
is
should
that
have
why
come
there's
big,
a-
bro.
Is that why there's a baby Gaga stupid jacket behind you?
this I got in Peru when I was there. Don't make fun of it. This is beautiful. Okay, this is
I
made
actually
of
like
llama-
it. Yeah, that's
This is
really
made
cool.
of llama wool.
That's awesome.
Baby Gaga.
It is adorable.
It
And
is,
you're
I
a bitch if you don't like it.
like
How about them apples?
Rick, don't you want to be one of those parents that has like a punk aesthetic and they want to force their kid to wear a mohawk? They're like,
Yeah,
I
like
want her
that,
to
but
be
like
just like
Orthodox
me.
Like
Yeah,
that, but Orthodox
You're-
stuff. It's like, here's a little headdress.
yeah, your
Go ahead.
baby's gonna have like the monastic robe with like the little like onesie. It's gonna have like a monastic onesie.
when you
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
totally.
if you have a boy ever, just dress him like little Spiridon.
No, a boy. I'm getting that little yarn swinging sensor thing. Oh, totally. You kidding me?
I was gonna say something. Oh, Rick, remember? Wait a second. This is more like
Okay,
forget
Mr.
it.
Arabic guy. Oh, Basil, I think it was, right? Yes. Going to catch up, watch the work. Kids are in bed. Glad to see you guys still at it. God bless.
Nice,
All right, bro. See you.
nice Arab script.
Who's this Yon
Uh,
guy? I've never seen this Yonia Sarian. I don't know.
I
I
was
wouldn't
watching
click on his
Yonia
Sounds kind of
Syrian.
gay. I don't know. He sounds kind of gay. Sounds like a
Yo-
like,
Yeah.
Yo ass, yo ass.
He's like,
What?
yo ass is Aryan.
Yo ass.
Sorry.
He's like, hey, yo ass.
It's 10:34 p.m. I've been up since like 5. I'm fresh out of jokes.
Oh,
Yo, Caesarian. He's a conspiracy guy with a KKK conspiracy guy. This guy. He's just affirming that everybody's Aryan, but him.
Just making sure.
Yeah. I've been gaslighted by the KKK.
You guys watch anything good recently?
Bruh.
Nah, the last thing I saw was
Bruh. Like I said on Twitter, like 20 years too late. I've been watching The Sopranos.
Hey, Tony.
Like Tony,
That's all you hear. Like that's 90%.
Tony, wooden doors, huh?
So Rick, if this
Tony,
is
you
not
told
gonna
me 6 million in 5 years. Don't make sense.
don't make sense.
No.
Who could bake all those cookies in 5 years? It just doesn't
Tony.
know, there's no oven big
Tony,
enough.
the smokestacks weren't even real, Tony.
What are you, Tony? You tell me about a Holocaust?
Hey, Joe
Tony,
Pesci's like,
you can't make an electrified flow that has the football field. It just ain't possible, Tony.
yeah, I tried to torture some suckers with that, but it wasn't doable. Definitely not possible.
Not possible.
Not
But
possible.
yeah, Sopranos is an interesting show. I've said it, and I will continue to say that it is a feminist show. If you think otherwise, you are retarded.
Please explain.
Tony Soprano represents the patriarchy.
I see it.
Every
I see it
problem
now. I
of
see
the
it now.
okay, season
That's
one.
why I hate his character. Okay.
Season one. What did he say to the Jews? The Jew guy's like, "Oh yeah, the Roman Empire, yada yada yada. Where are they now?" And he's like, "You're looking at them. Like this is supposed to be like a degraded form of the West. And so every little problem in the mafia is like a problem in the West, in the mind of the person who's writing this stuff. It's still a great show. It's not. This is like when like leftists were control of everything, but they weren't like so bad. They just made nothing but shit tier crank out propaganda like they do now.
Yeah, like people
So
say
they had
like,
to be
you are
clever.
shit.
Yeah, like back then they still had to be clever, you know. But you had three shows kind of arise and end around the same time. You had Sopranos, Mad Men, and Breaking Bad. These three shows were of the rise and fall of a great and flawed patriarch,
Yeah.
white male patriarch. This
Yeah,
is
'cause have you-
all intentional. This is like an era of TV that was scripted entirely intentionally.
Dude, because
So when it-
everybody innately knows that, for example, in Breaking Bad, you know Skyler's a bitch, and then Walt.
No,
You know-
no, you're absolutely wrong, sister. You're wrong.
You're counter signaling.
Skyler is a bitch. Sorry.
No way. Skyler's the only good.
No,
the
no,
only
no,
good
no, no.
person.
No, I'm sorry.
Skyler's not right. Walter is a total psychopath. He's a total psychopath.
Okay, he
total,
is, he is.
total messed up in the brain psychopath. Same with Tony. Tony Soprano is a messed up psychopath. He had no control over his emotions. He was like, some guy kills a horse. I fucked up. But he's like, I'm gonna kill this guy right now. Innocent horse. I'm gonna kill him. Even though his child's in the hospital. It's like, dude, chill the fuck out. Rafi was a piece of shit. Rafi did kill that girl who was pregnant with his child. She was like 20 years old. So I wasn't really sad.
Yeah,
I wasn't
but
like
I-
boo-hooing
but I-
about his
but I-
death. But like,
But I hate women
Tony
like
Soprano
Skyler who
is
talk to
just
me
as
like-
bad.
Yeah, but I hate women like Skyler who talk to me like, listen, you need to do this. I'm just talking about like the person itself. I'm not talking about.
Oh, you're right. Because like she did emasculate Walter, but also like Walter's response to that was not a good response. Was it like, oh, I'll become the most evilest motherfucker in the
Yeah,
world?
of course. Yeah.
You know, it's like I'm gonna melt children in plastic
Fucking
bins.
Yeah.
That's not how you do it, Walter.
Even Mike is like, what the fuck are we doing?
I didn't watch Mad Men. I read a little about it. I someone explained to me the last scene and what it's supposed to mean. Yada yada yada.
I just knew they had a girl with big breasts in there. Yeah. So.
I've never seen a single episode of Mad Men, but people told me that it's kind of the
time
same
to watch
concept.
Mad Men.
It's already too much TV.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. I mean, I understand your point about, for example, Walter and Tony Soprano too. They're supposed to be psychopaths, but it's more like see what male aggression does.
Is that the point of the show?
It's not the point of the show, but because
No, it's not the point.
here's the thing that it's actually good art in that. Okay, good art shouldn't answer a question; it should ask a question. Like that's a badly summarize my concept of it, but like it's putting forth a problem, but clearly it's putting forth a problem from a specific lens, which is a leftist lens, a feminist lens, a anti-patriarchal lens. So I can appreciate the art behind it, even though I don't agree with the viewpoint of the writers.
Yeah.
There's a show like that. It's a show called You. It's only one season. I think it should just end it. I don't know if they're trying to make a second season. They had kind of like a little thing at the end of the last episode where they kind of like teased the second season. It doesn't need one. But in it, it's about a stalker who's obsessed with this girl, and he's crazy as fuck, and he's the main character. Spoilers. He changed. He captures the girl, puts her in like a glass cage in the basement of his bookstore. She turns the tables on him, traps him in there, yada yada. He tricks her, gets out, kills her. She dies, but she has this whole spiel about like, you can't keep me in here and make me do whatever you want me to do. And like, even though I didn't agree with like the very obvious feminist premise and moral of the story here, because it was clearly like a whole thing about like trapping her in gender roles in the glass cage, yada yada, right?
Yeah. Obvious. Symbolism is obvious.
And she has a little speech to him, and I was like, you know what? This is clever writing. I'll give it that. It's kind of like putting you in this kind of thing, kind of like putting the story in. And that's kind of what me and Cesar are trying to do with Terror the Girl from Earth. We're trying to kind of like make like this very allegorical critique of the world around us.
Right.
And you could say that this narrative, it's not directly allegorical. It's not like like straight lines from every single thing. But we're trying to create like this story where you're seeing like macro forces played out on like a micro stage.
Yeah.
And that's basically what Sopranos is. That's what Breaking Bad is. That's what You is. The show, You, not you, the viewer.
That's basically what you are.
What is You? Because I remember I went on Netflix and I just like saw some guy and he was like, "Hello," and I was like, "Okay, this is already cringe." Like, what was the point of that show? What do you
It's kind of cringe. Like, it's clearly filmed for women. It's clearly like everyone's very too clean and too good looking.
Which show again?
It's not like dirty, gritty kind of the way like a guy show would be, where everything's kind of a little off.
Yeah.
Like, it's very clean. It's very kind of like the way me and my wife describe it. Like, it's very CW. The network.
Yeah.
Their shows are very kind of very clean, very like, it's almost like a Playboy.
Somebody save me.
But it's not like shit quality CW show. But it's like it's a good show. Do I recommend it? I don't know, probably not. If you really want to get into it, I don't not recommend it. But like a casual thing, not worth your time.
Yeah. The thing you were talking about the fall of the patriarch, that reminded me that sometimes I do have to explain to people, for example, like MGTOWs, who are all like trans people are just a conspiracy to keep men down. That I do have to explain to them that yes, male aggression directed the wrong way is a bad thing, but the thing is that people just try to interpret everything that a man does as bad because of that. For example, if you've seen it lately, they've been trying to relabel the fact that men go to women to ask her out on a date as predatory, I mean, I know you're looking at the woman, you are going to the woman, and blah blah blah, but predatory has another connotation. I know that technically it might be. It's like parasite. Like, oh, a fetus is a parasite. Okay, technically it's okay, but I know what you want to do with that word. Like, you get me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So male aggression, like some of these MGTOW guys will be like, well, women can rape too. They can tie you down and do this whole process where they put a stick up your ass or whatever. I'm like, no.
Yeah, they could, but like, how does that really happen?
Yeah, how does that really? Yeah. I'm like, look, dude, that it's not to deny that male.
They'll rape
What's
you
up, Vic?
financially, dude.
When it happens, it's the
Yes,
exception,
financially.
not the rule.
No, yes, financially. That's what I mean. I mean, there's different means to do this, but the point is that they want to portray. Yeah, these examples, they want to portray all sorts of male ambition, all sorts of male chasing anything in his life as a bad thing.
Yeah.
But that's what we are.
Yeah.
That's what we are. This is what else am I gonna do? Just stand there and wait for it.
It's all from like this evolutionary primal man paradigm of like, we're all just monkey people in like a society of toys that we don't understand, expressing
Okay.
the
Yeah.
exact same,
So
you know.
basically,
That's okay.
I'm
go.
monkey.
Yeah,
It's
literally.
like Matt has a monkey brain. That's part of his nature and his normal. However, and acts in accordance to evolution. Okay, therefore we have to suppress that, even though it is in
Yeah.
line with our paradigm.
I'm like, what?
Like, why?
Why exactly?
is- This is one of the things that Satanists would respond to. This is one that I think Satanists and Nietzscheans are the only honest atheists. They were just like, why?
Well, it's a pagan.
You know?
That's a pagan response. The whole sort of like might is right.
Yeah,
It's
like-
just like, well,
like-
why should we repress these primal urges we have? If that's like what is the oldest thing, that's the most true thing to us. So we might as well build a society, destroy society based on that urge.
Well, the Satanist perspective was more like building an extreme law and order civilization, so you can have like a better environment in which to, act out your urges.
Yeah.
Yes, like a safe space for injecting yourself with
A
heroin.
safe space for like like
That's
brutal
how I would put
oppression.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the brutal oppression and acting out of all your passions and wrath can be better had in a society
Mm,
than in like a crazy Hobbesian state of nature wildness.
right. Yeah.
Like, but it's like it's like yeah, but can you do that without being in the 8th grade, nigga?
Yeah, no, dude.
Satanist
Like,
ass nigga, shut up.
like a lot of people have trouble understanding this because they don't. Like, I see it on the ground level. I started talking about this because I saw it at the ground level with the people I interacted with every day. Like, for example, do you remember that crazy chick I was talking about to you? You said she was like
Oh,
your
yes.
ex. Okay, one of her pet peeves. You know what it was? You know what it was?
What?
It was that I was telling her to not insult me. She was pulling all these jabs at me, like, "Oh, you're ugly, you're this," and I'm like, "Okay, look, I know you're supposedly doing this as a joke, but I don't joke like that. Okay, I'm not telling you have flat tits or anything like that. So I'm not gonna accept this." And she's like, "You're so delicate," and she just framed it as me being in the wrong because I'm supposed to endure all of this, blah blah blah, because she's supposed to just do whatever she wants, And that's definitely.
She was
Yeah,
then
you were
later
talking about
seen
this
in
girl.
the Facebook comment section saying, "It's okay for men to cry."
Yeah.
Guys, just cry and tell me all your feelings, so I can call you.
This is emotional
Yeah,
labor.
exactly. Yes, exactly, and but it has to do with how people perceive it. Her whole attitude basically was like, I'm gonna do what I will, and fuck you, blah blah blah. Basic
yeah.
Giving people basic respect is like a violation on your rights to fuck with them or whatever. So it does affect us in a
I
ground
still
level.
want to do like a full on stream, just like ripping the Satanist angle apart. I should prep for that one day, cause man, I mean, but then it's like, what a pathetic small target. Like, no one takes these dudes seriously who isn't like in high school.
Well, a lot of people are
At least early college.
implicitly saying
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
true.
the thing. That's what we should
That's
go
true.
after. Not so much that we're gonna make fun of Anthony LaBey or whatever, but make people know that Anton Levi.
I think
No,
what's interesting though is like when you're able to attach these people like the way that they behave, not Satanists, but not people who are nominally Satanists, but people who are Satanists in their action. When you're able to attach the name of Satanism to what they're doing, I think because they live in a Christian society, or maybe just something innate in humans about their fear of Satan, they start to like worry about what they're actually doing.
they deny it. It's like people. They always say like, "We're not
They
Satanists.
got
We do
very
this. Why do you
defensive.
think I'm a Satanist?" Yes.
Yeah,
Why do you
very
think I'm a
defensive.
Satanist?
If you
I don't know, because
if you
Go
can
ahead.
convincingly call their actions Satanist, they start to get worried.
yeah, like for example, this guy was like, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, I told him that I had a problem with people who are so fucking just in their own little head
Mhm.
that you can be talking and then they'll leave you talking and then they'll go somewhere else. And he's like, well, that's the way they are. And I'm like, oh, so you wouldn't be bothered if I just took off right now and we just left you hanging? No, because that's just the way you are. But then then he
You just walk
I
away
don't know.
from him immediately.
No, he somehow.
fetishize, like, choice so much.
Yeah.
It's just unbelievable. Like,
But
like,
he's a lot. The thing that
and I
bothered me
put the
was he
blame
was
directly on
lying.
Protestants.
He was lying his ass off. He would
Yeah.
be bothered by this. He would be.
Yeah,
Nobody's
of
not
course.
bothered by it. Fucking liar. He's like, but as long as he can get away with that, that's
Yeah.
why he supports that sort of mentality,
Exactly.
because he wants to do that. Not because he's not bothered, but he wants to have the opportunity to
Exactly.
get away with that.
That's where like the
Yeah.
whole evil like the LGBT coalition thing comes from. It's like lesbians and gays and bisexuals, they don't really like each other. They're together because it's like, well, if I say that they can't do that, then people will say that I can't do what I'm doing. Therefore, I have to I have to sort of kowtow to other people's sins so that I can justify my own sins.
Yeah, exactly. But Rick, what was that angle on Protestants?
Yeah, I think, and this is something Father Stephen.
But it's
Freeman
true
talks
drinking
about.
water. I'm not dismissing you. Don't worry.
I understand.
It's something Father Stephen Freeman talks about in a talk of his that he had a couple of years ago, where he's talking about like what happens is people,
Hot take.
when the Anabaptists of the Protestant movement,
Yeah.
they came around and like infant baptism is wrong and like people should be able to choose, but then like this, and I'm not saying all choice should be robbed of everybody. That's obviously not the rational freaking take to take here.
No.
But it's like this fetishization of choice has got where like now everyone can choose everything. Now you can choose what gender you are. Now you can choose yada yada yada.
The thing that
Um,
easily debunks it is that, okay, so if I cut my nuts off, and this is not even like a jab at the transgender, just the action of cutting my nuts off. Like, okay,
Yeah,
so I
like,
chose
how
to
about
do
a
that.
Junkie? No,
Yeah.
The thing I use is always like a junkie. Okay, well, a junkie chooses to shoot up heroin. What's wrong
So?
with that then?
Well, you
If choice is the ultimate thing, and you know what? There was a Planned Parenthood ad.
Rick,
like,
you gotta respect that choice.
I respected you. I respect it. There was an ad like late last year, a Planned Parenthood ad, where it shows like this like close up of a baby and it slowly pans out, and it's this adorable little baby, and she's like, she's so beautiful, and she deserves everything, and at the very end it's like yada yada yada, and at first it's like this is quite a pro baby ad for a company that kills babies,
Yeah.
and it ends with like, most of all, she deserves to be a choice.
What?
It's like
That is so.
it's like somehow that like the choice of the mother like bestows human personhood onto the fetus.
Yes. Oh shit. No.
And
so
That's incredible.
satanic.
you've heard them say
Wow.
this too. You've heard them say like, if the mother wants a fetus, then it's a person.
Yeah.
If it doesn't want it, then it's a parasite. It's like
I don't want Rick. I'm gonna
Like,
send
like,
him. I'm
from
gonna send
niggas
an
who-
assassin to his house.
That really,
Yeah.
that really is feminism at its like most literal definition, like putting the female as God, essentially, like to define.
yeah.
This is a
it's
person.
pure like godhood.
Wow.
And it's like, oh yeah, I just my choice. Is that, and to be honest, like, it's kind of like this capitalist mindset too. Like, it's like this store shelf mindset. Like, oh, I choose personhood for the fetus instead of obliteration. It's like
Wow.
choice is so central and so deified. Like, you're crazy. It's either a
Hey,
person
I got
or it
to
isn't.
advocate for the. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I gotta advocate that for the Southern Israelite here, because he does have a great point when he's like
Southern
fucking
Israelite.
living is compulsory. He says, it's not a choice whether you live or not. It's compulsory. Existence is compulsory. Your gender is compulsory. So it also this capitalist thing too, where you're like, oh, my choice or the free market. People will choose in the free market what's good for them. And I'm like, fuck no. I mean, if somebody's supposedly informed, but then how do we get information? We supposedly do this thing where we're like, okay, we'll look at two neutral studies, and then we'll decide what's up, And I'm like, okay, what if there's a third study that shows another thing, and what if it changes later? What?
Yeah, like, this can't be held up to
There's,
Someone once described
Like
sci- someone once described epistemology or the scientific method as like cognitive democracy. Like you can only believe this is true if other people could ascertain it as true as well.
Hmm.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
ultimately that science and scientific epistemology, it's not really a method of obtaining truth. It's a method of obtaining things with maximal practical benefit, and that's about it.
Yeah.
I think that's the highest status that you can
Yeah.
really raise it to.
the problem
not-
is that
it-
people then
It's not capital T truth. It's like T. It's like lowercase T truth. It's like
Yeah, it's like the
depth of your
little
pool
the little
kind of
truths in
truth.
life. No, it's like
Yeah,
hey, I can
How
wash
much
dishes.
is this jar hold? Kind of truth.
Yeah, exactly.
So deep.
You know what is deeply
Bruh.
triggering
Bruh.
when someone says that's my truth.
Oh, that's such a woman. Such a woman moment.
Yeah, what
Dude,
does that mean? It's your
I'm out
truth?
here
You don't have a
speaking my
monopoly.
truth.
Dude, do
I
you remember?
immediately, dude. I don't care who it is, where I am. I immediately I'm like, you don't get your own truth.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's so weird.
Whenever
What does that
somebody
It's
even
not
mean?
part of this.
whenever somebody says that, do you remember in the Dark Knight Rises when Batman punches the shit out of Bane and breaks his fucking neck? That's how I imagine myself. Like, shut up, shut up.
Yeah.
This is my truth.
You don't get your own truth.
Mátalo,
I'm the way
mátalo,
I'll keep
Bane.
it.
Mátalo, mátalo, Bane, Bane, mátalo, mátalo.
What was that?
Mátalo means kill him.
Spanish.
The only white man in the chat doesn't get it.
Yeah, mátalo, mátalo. But it sounds funny in Spanish.
You keep talking like that, I'm gonna send you over the wall.
He's already over the wall, nigga.
Dude, I have both citizenships.
People, okay,
I'm
wait,
immune.
okay. Guys, we got Nick here.
I'm all
People who
powerful.
absolutize freedoms are brainless. The Lord gives us freedom to choose them or not, but committing certain sins, crimes will always have repercussions in the just society. Or you know what? The best you can hope for is repercussions now, or you get repercussions later in a time where you don't
Yeah.
want to get.
Yeah.
Say that.
Dude, the
Thank
other
God
thing
for
is
repercussions now.
the other thing I was
Also,
thinking
Jake
about.
Berg says scientific studies are fake and gay.
Yes, I love that.
That's true.
It's true.
Faking gay is my favorite expression, honestly. Like
Fake
that's
and
fake and
gay.
gay. What's
Especially
so?
when we talk about someone like Alfred Kinsley, because then they're literally fake and gay.
That's true.
Yeah.
And gay people tend to be really
How
fake.
vigorous was a child molested? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Science. Yes.
Too.
Oh my god.
Donovan, come here.
Drinking
No,
water. You know what I didn't say to the guy we're talking to earlier? I didn't tell him that hey, all of your views of like gender and stuff are made by like rapists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we were talking.
John
we were
Money,
talking to
John Jackenzie.
we were talking to a trans person earlier, and we were just having a discussion about their genders. It was actually a very good discussion. They were very polite, and it was constructive. But we were talking about like their view of gender and like why they would think that they're not a male. Like what gives you like how do you know what being a woman is like, right? How can you claim to have that subjective experience if you're
Yeah.
not a woman, like in your core biological sense, right?
Oh,
But anyway,
but
But
then
they
the
were bringing
problem
up all
is
the sex and
Okay.
gender stuff, and it's like, yeah, like then she realized that like all of your stuff is based off of like rapists and child molesters, like their opinions of gender. Like, you
Seriously.
really want to trust that?
Dude, and then the problem is people will enforce this and say, well, women are not just one Titanic. And I'm like, okay, different women will have different life experience, but I'm sure you all have this core thing that you know that only you have. Like we men, we sometimes get something and we don't even
Yeah.
have to talk to
Don't
each other.
deny essence.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
exactly
Thing.
what it is.
And you know what? This we get into like philosophical, theological territory because it just becomes like Gnostic. you know?
Everything is in
It's like I don't have an
philosophy.
essence and there's no essence to
Yeah.
femaleness. No
They do
essence,
this. They do this with
It's
race.
just matter disconnected from mind completely.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
If
neither
there are
one
no
interacts with
essences,
the other.
yeah, if there's no essences, then how do you know the difference between like
Yeah.
you
So
know.
what are you feeling then?
anything?
Yeah.
They do
Like-
this with race all the time. It's like, well, like the white people like are like all different within each other, and then black people are different. So like, there's really no difference. It's like when you see a black person, You're like, that's a black person. Like, you know it's a
Yeah.
black person. Come on. It's such
I mean, there will be cultural differences, but even within those cultures.
Hold on. I'll be right back. I got to think about first. I gotta ask you guys if you remember Trad Grace. If you guys don't remember it, try to kick your minds up a bit. Give me a second.
The trad grade.
You know who I do remember
Sounds-
every single
who?
day. Not a day passes by where I don't think about fucking Popson beat. I'm not okay. That's
Who?
What? And delete.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Would you say Hobson, like the rapper?
No, Popson. Oh, he's just.
Yo, Vic, your audio is very quiet.
I think you're really quiet.
Oh, me too?
Okay, I returned.
I
Do you
was
guys remember Trad Grace?
No, I have no idea who that is.
No,
Okay.
I don't remember.
I was
Right,
just mentioning
it sounds-
okay.
Actually,
Okay.
no. Go ahead.
Okay, right now we have the joke, the Trad wife, right?
The trad.
Or like the Trad wife. Oh, it's just this girl's like, I'm super Trad. I'm so submissive, and like, oh, it's a dude, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right? That started like this was like early 2015, 2016, right?
Mm.
There was this person online called Traditional Grace, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, she's." And I'll be honest, he would post pictures and be like, "I totally bought it." I'm like, that's actually a pretty looking girl. Her shoulders are kind of big, but, you know. Very
you know
pretty
what?
Girl.
Oh, no,
The illusion was complete. The illusion was complete. Illusion was complete. I was totally like, you know, and
Bought it.
I had a girlfriend who was not my wife, who was asleep on the couch over here.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
so-
I would no shame say that I got fooled by Nassim Agdam. So whatever.
So what happens is,
Yeah, Nassim.
I was friends with this person, right? Trad Grace.
Yeah.
I obviously we didn't get into like flirty territory because he was married to a like this gross fat nerd.
That should have already told
No,
you.
no joke. I'm sorry.
That
just
should have been an
fat, gross.
indicator right there.
Yeah, it was so weird. I'm like, I'm
Like-
like, so this is your husband? I was like, so that's your husband? And he's like, yeah, you know, he's, you know.
Did you hear him?
He's like, we're childhood friends. I'm like, okay, that makes sense.
Did you hear him
She's
talk?
like, no.
Oh, okay.
And here's the thing. I was like, okay, that makes sense. They're like childhood friends. She's like really shy, and they're like small town people. Maybe that's like just a thing, and this just got lucky. I guess it happens, right? Maybe it just happens that
Small
once in a while.
town
And,
girl.
I mean, it just must happen sometimes.
Sure.
Where like a really pretty girl, super shy, ends up with like a fat, ugly dude. Whatever.
Yeah.
I would talk with Trad Grace a lot. One day, I can't remember what we were talking about. We were talking about different people. I was talking about my old job, DirecTV, all the crazy. And that was a crazy job. I met all kinds of people, right?
Yeah.
All spectrum of people in the world. It was
All the people on the spectrum you met.
the pay was garbage. The pay was garbage, but like you met all kinds of people. It was a fun job.
Yeah.
But here's what happened, and so I'm talking, but the way that I'm saying she because at the time I thought it was a girl.
Yeah. Okay.
She talks back to me. I'm thinking like, I'm there working one day. I'm doing this inside the house. I'm thinking, recalling the conversation as you do. You know, you replay conversations in your head, and you're like, you know, it's really funny. I can't pinpoint what it is, but this girl really has a really male way of thinking.
Ooh.
And I was like, what is it
Just
that's
beginning
so
at the end.
male about the way she thinks? Why does the way I talk to her and the way she responds feel so male to me? What is it? And I was like, I guess she's just one of those rare people that's like that, but I still want to pinpoint what that feature could be. What happens is if
She
guys
told you
remember
like,
Mike
hey
and
bro,
Missy-
check that ass out.
bro, check my you fucking Myron dog. No,
I wonder why.
why?
Bro,
What
I
happened,
totally crushed last night.
If you're a Micah Nisimov, that's like old NRX stuff, right? He had this girl he was seeing, and someone doxed Trad Grace. Well, didn't dox, but got his dox, and he goes to Mike's fiance. He's like, apparently they were pretty close. They're like, oh, two girls, Tiki.
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, I'm really worried. I'm gonna get doxxed right now, and I gotta go to someone I can trust. I was born male. You know, I'm transgender. Yada yada yada. And this girl has no sympathy. Outs her to the world. Everyone outs her. And this was I was just. I wasn't. I couldn't call myself a Christian at the time, but I was really struggling with believing in Christianity, believing in God, and I was like, "It's true." And I felt like this was like a test from God, because like I could join the bandwagon and shit on this person, or can I sense some sympathy, you know? And then it's so I sense some sympathy. I'm like, hey, I'm like, do I call her bro? Hey, Drag Race, you know what's happening right now, man? Are you doing all right? In my head, thinking, bro? Question mark.
Man.
He's like, man. He's like, yeah, it's really rough right now. I'm showing pictures of me. Everyone's analyzing my pictures, looking for an Adam's apple. And I was like, that sucks, dog.
You want to go for a beer later?
You want to like pound some beer later, dog, and just talk about bitches and shit, man. I guess.
Imagine if you were like you had a crazy trans period and you were totally womanified, but then you regretted it, and now you're just this woman, like this convincing one, but you're just like bruh.
You're bruh. That's crazy.
I was up in the wall higher.
Yeah. The transition regret guy.
Yes, and you can still see like he took HRT for a while, so he looks like a man, but he has like a feminine edge to his face because he took hormones for a few years for this stuff, right?
Oh man,
And he probably had surgery at some point too. I mean,
here's
it
the
sucks,
thing.
but, you know,
Here's the
get to
thing.
Christ at least.
Wait, so I want to know how this resolves. Like what happens?
He leaves his husband, his gross fat gamer husband.
Wait, he was a gamer?
Starts dating fat, yeah, of course.
Hell
Like
yeah.
a guy that fat and
yeah.
ugly has to be a gamer.
Who's a gamer?
Owned gamers.
Is he like Boogie level?
Not that fat, but like
Okay.
just gross looking. I'm
It's
sorry.
gross.
Just gross.
Greasy, sweaty.
Yeah, just like
The
dog.
mark of the gamer.
Like
Yeah.
just go find a shower, nigga.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what happens. Starts dating some other dude. Sends quote. Remember, this is the guy. Okay, sends topless photos to this person. But it's just a dude's chest.
Yeah.
And so they break up. And so the dude like I'm so mad that you broke up with me. I'm gonna send these photos, and everyone's like, okay, these photos are weird and hilarious, but also you dated a trend. And so he deletes his account too. And that's where that joke came, and then Tragus came back to Twitter for a short time, and that's where that joke came from. Where like, I'm a girl (parentheses male). That came from Trad Grace because he said that. He's like, so are you a man or a woman? Just admit it. He's like, I'm a girl.
Male.
That's where it came from.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
some
Grace.
lore if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, so hope Trad Grace is still out there. Doubt he's listening, but if you are, what's up, bro?
Yeah, bruh.
I just looked him up. Yeah, it does look like a female. The face.
Oh yeah, wait, will you show Trad Grace?
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Let's see. Trad Grace.
Trad Grace.
We are about to enter Trad Grace. Well, if it's what I'm looking at, it does look pretty convincing.
Hold on. Here we go. Here's an old one. I remember this one because everyone was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." I'm gonna hold up to the camera here.
Yeah, that's the one I saw. That looks like a girl.
Yeah,
This one's
straight up.
Oh, man.
Scary.
God damn, what the fuck?
That's pretty scary, man.
It might just be the angle and the lighting, but still.
I mean, these people are all masters of angles, you know.
Yeah, just to hide the chin.
Yeah, hide the chin.
Oh, yeah.
Adam's apple.
And then he answers in a video call, and it's like Arvin Chin.
Yo,
Hey, what's up,
bro?
Little hairs coming out of the chin.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Hey, what happened to fucking Blur White? What's she doing? What the fuck is that nigga doing?
the last I heard from Blair White, and I do not follow this crap at all, but it was like last year where he said like, I'm gonna stop taking hormones so I can have a baby.
What?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I was like,
Yeah, but they
I
actually
was
go
like,
through
bro,
it,
your
too.
body is not like a wet robot where you can just flip stuff on and off.
Yeah,
This is gonna damage you, dude.
wet robot.
What is
fucking
it?
You're
Frankenstein, nigga.
crazy, man. Frankenstein ass nigga.
Frankenstein.
Bro, we're just input-output machines.
Bro, just like
Biological input-output machines.
Yeah,
I do whatever I want to my body, bro.
Dude, what I also loved about like 2007 atheism on YouTube was that everybody was saying that like the input output all while crying to emo music and shit, and I'm like, what is this contradiction? Like,
That's the input is the emo music and the output is the endorphins.
yeah,
But
it's like we're all just
Precursor-
here in this pre-programmed game. Now let's listen to Marilyn Manson and fawn
Oh,
all
check
over
it,
his head.
check it. I got a new photo.
all right.
You?
That-
That's more like it.
Yeah, that looks more like a dude.
That was a little bit boyish.
Yeah.
But
Because I have Trigrace's number, and this is his avatar on WhatsApp.
anyway, the precursor to all this trans stuff is, or maybe it's one of the precursors. Is remember that body mod fad in like the late '90s, early 2000s?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. People like this guy is doing surgery to become a cat. Remember that? Like,
Bro.
Oh yeah, and the dude killed himself, man.
yeah, that guy. Yeah, and then there's a reptile guy or something. Yeah,
One day,
He killed himself. I'm like, cats don't do that.
he
Cats don't kill themselves. Hold on a second.
should have become a human lemming so he could jump off a cliff.
one day he woke up and he was like, "God damn,
Yeah, what am I doing?
It was
to
the mirror. He's
myself?
like, what have I done?
what have I done?" Oh,
That reminds me. That reminds me of a meme. It's like of like a Native American chieftain, and he's like, "Why does white man dress up like woman and kill himself?"
hey, by the way, I always have this problem. You reminded me, Vic, when people say like, "Men in medieval times and ancient times used to wear skirts." I'm like, no, it's a tunic, and it doesn't have frills, and it doesn't have little angles in it, so you look pretty, or your legs are more intensified. It's just like a tube, and that's it. I'm sorry.
It's a tunic. And
Yeah.
it looks.
That reminds me of
freaking cool.
Pastor Anderson's critique of orthodoxy.
These are men wearing robes. They're wearing robes.
I got a funny hat and a dress.
Yeah.
Jesus had a buzz cut and blue jeans.
Yeah.
Jesus complained about the men in long robes.
Therefore, robe's bad.
Jesus had blue jeans and a buzz cut and possibly Timberlands.
Yeah, he was drinking Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I remember when Jesus was marching around with a shaved head, screaming, holding a book.
Beating everyone with the book. He's like, wait till the second half comes out. I'm writing it now in King James English.
Seriously.
No, everybody. Imagine if everybody had like forums or Reddit back in the day. It's like I'm so hyped for New Testament. Old Testament was hardcore.
That reminds me of something that my friend said. I think he's listening right now. He said that he was reading the Psalms, and I don't know if he reads the KJV or whatever, but he was reading the Psalms, and one of the translations was, "God is a butter mountain," and it was like, well, that's not a good translation. He said he looked into it, and it was supposed to be like many peaked mountain or something like that. Like God is like a many peaked mountain, but they translated it to butter for some inconceivable reason. And it's like, well, okay, explain this, KJV onlyists. God is a butter mountain. Hello.
Look, the guy was just hungry when he translated. He was like, "Oh my god,
like,
butter mountain!"
I go, "I want butter right now."
The fat of the land,
bro. Everybody's so hungry, bro. You just eat butter.
Something that floors me, and it's like that. If there's any evidence that nobody actually reads the Bible, it's that has still survived like all these years.
Can you imagine giving your sermon and the middle is like, "Remember, guys, God is a." Wait, what?
Mountain?
God is a butter mountain.
And then the entire church lost its
Not
eyes.
margarine. Not country crock.
Fake
you
ass
heretic.
shit.
Okay, I can't believe it's not
Fake ass.
butter. Butter mountain.
Manga lakes.
Unpasteurized
Lakes,
churned by nuns.
The irony is that possible to defeat all the Protestants bullshit armed with just the King James Bible. Getting those Protestant actually have seen arguments still won't be a headache. Well, because it's
Because it's
weird to
wicked.
argue-
That's why.
It's weird. It's wicked. It's weird to argue interpretation with a hard Protestant because he's arguing for on a certain interpretive tradition, and you're arguing for another one. But he says there are no interpretive traditions. That his interpretive tradition is just the plain truth. So it's like,
This is my King James Bible.
what do you say?
This is my last resource.
Oh, jeez, that reminds me of this
Interpretation.
argument I had with a guy a few months ago. Who was like, he was not a he said I'm not a Protestant, I'm a Christian.
Yeah, it's like
okay, you're not a
I'm not a
Protestant.
Catholic.
But,
I'm a Christian.
yeah, but it's like you're not a Protestant, but you have every single Protestant presupposition argument up your sleeve. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Dude, here we were talking about like the Eucharist, right? He was saying it is merely symbolic, and I said, well, why do you think that? And he says, well, because the language seems clear to me. I'm like, that's not a freaking argument. It seems
No
clear
argument.
and also I just kept repeating over and over.
Christ had the opportunity to like win souls by like clarifying, and instead he doubled down on it, and then people left. Okay, it's like it should be an obvious message to you that he's not talking about like symbolic, like about metaphor. He's like no, and if you look at the Greek, the way I've been told is like the Greek word he uses for eat, it's almost like gnaw. It's like unless you gnaw my flesh and blood, you have no life in you. It's like I'm out of here. It's like you're that guy. You're the guy who's out of it.
I mean, even when he like says something that's metaphorical, he says when it's metaphorical. It's like, do you not understand that this is a parable? Like he literally says that in multiple times.
Yeah,
he doesn't say
like,
that
yeah,
when he's talking about the body of blood.
It's
It's like,
metaphorical.
I talk in parables so illiterate niggas can get BTFO'd.
It's metaphorical.
No. So hyper literate niggas,
Hyper-literate.
Like he's like okay, he's clearly trying to be like, he's trying to like engage you to see deeper things.
Right.
But then that's one type of things he's doing. But in that part in John we're talking about where he's doubling down on the you must eat my flesh and blood or you have no life in you. Like clearly like he's not resorting to metaphor. He's not trying to assuage his message. Not trying to like win souls by being too friendly. He's like no. This is the truth, and if you don't like it, get out.
Are you saying Jesus wasn't a soul winner?
He was a chief soul winner. Jesus wasn't very Christ-like.
That sounds like an anime. Soul winner.
Soul winner manga.
Soul winner.
Season 1, 26 episodes.
No, the manga was the Old Testament manga was better. You know.
Have any of you ever like
Straight
looked
from Japan
at the manga Bible?
I have not.
I haven't bothered doing that yet. I should do that sometime.
What? There that exists?
There's a
manga
manga
Bible?
Bible.
Oh yes.
I don't know,
Very
man.
current.
Hold on. Let's look up what manga Bible Jesus looks like.
Oh, he's got to look kawaii.
He looks like a 2007 character.
Oh, like really? His entire face is made up of just little lines. There's like line mouth, line nose.
He has like that dirt shading on his.
It's like
He
mouth
has, like,
is a line,
squarish-
nose is a line.
squarish Face.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh dang!
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nick
Behold.
Salazar says-
Manga
like-
Jesus.
I like
Oh my
this. picture.
Is he turning Super Saiyan?
He's like
That's actually no. That's him during the
resurrection.
Dude,
No, that's him during the transfiguration.
Yeah, I was gonna say transfiguration.
I imagine he saw the money changers and he was like, oh!
Yeah, like in that pose that you just showed.
tables.
He's in that pose in this panel, and he has like light around him, and the apostles around him. They're going, Yeshua's appearance changed, and his face shone like the sun.
Your facial.
He's like,
How,
oh,
how could he achieve such power level?
oh my god, you're right. I'm seeing the band right now.
Yeah,
dude.
see, it's the transfiguration.
Not even.
Can you imagine them like Jesus? He's going up to the mountain, and they're like,
Dude.
wait, is he about to do that?
I freaking
Yes,
need this
he's
anime
about
right
to
now,
do
dude. I need to like make it an anime immediately. With just like,
I need to get the OVAs.
just
To get the.
DBZ reactions. Oh, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Nick
When he-
Salvador says Pastor Anderson thinks that monks and moth actors are sorcerers. He also says persecuted
Wait,
Christians.
what? I cannot hear
What the
you.
fuck?
You gotta speak up.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
Hold on. He thinks that monks on Mount Athos are sorcerers. He also says persecuted Christians in the Middle East deserve what they get because they aren't Baptist. He's a nutcase.
Wow.
I saw that video, dude.
Listen. The Orthodox Church is out of communion with the Coptics, but even we sell like the that icon of those Coptic martyrs killed by ISIS like 2017, 2016. Like, it's like so cruel,
Yeah.
so obscenely just. I got a friend, John. He just spent like 6 months on Athos. No joke, and he was straight up like he wanted to discern the monastic life, and he wasn't sure if he was in on it, if he was gonna be able to hack it, and he's like, I can't do it, straight up. But when he was there, after he came back, we started talking about stuff that happened when he was gone. I told him about this Anderson documentary, and he's like, that dude's straight up possessed. And there's that video of him where he's mocking the Jesus prayer. And I'm
Yeah.
like, and he and my friend John's like, there's no way someone can mock the Jesus prayer this viciously. And like not
That's
be just
Two
entirely
bits.
possessed.
Yeah.
Because it's just so, like, I won't never say that, like, oh, the cops are, like, in hell or some shit like that. It's like, no, it's not my place to say that.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's so evil
sorry,
to talk like
that's-
that about people, man.
From what I understand, that's the real meaning of don't judge. Is like don't pretend that you know who will be in heaven and who will be in hell.
Yeah.
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 It's not.
Listen, and also the thing is, living in these times, we gotta give a little leeway to people. Like
Absolutely.
like the foundation of this society is so fucked up that people are really undisposed or how ill-equipped to even get out of the
Right.
mud.
And it wasn't like it was back then where there was an entire patriarchal like social structure that was
Exactly.
preventing people from like becoming like whores or like stuff like that, and then if you were a sexual libertine back then, you had to like really like go against the grain.
Oh yeah, you had to be a
Everybody
real
hated you.
asshole.
Yeah, everybody hated you. It was a difficult thing to do in some sense. But now it's like that's like the default mode of life. So you really have to have a lot of like patience with people.
As far as who's gonna get saved and who isn't, it's like, here's all we gotta know. It's like, God's wiser than all of us.
Right.
Like,
He's gonna make the right decision.
no one's gonna fall through the cracks because of a bureaucratic error. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's what faith really is. Like, just trust that he knows what he's doing here.
Yeah.
I was gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
you almost made it. If not, if you didn't go to the wrong church, cross the street. Sorry, hell
Yeah.
you go. Bung. Like, we don't know.
Jay
And
posted
we're-
that about set up a contest.
And the thing is, we don't know how it's gonna happen either.
Yeah.
Because we know they're not communing with the church. How are they gonna be saved? I mean, so some people say like, oh, the way Christ saved people out of Hades,
Yeah.
during the howling of hell. Maybe something like that will happen in the final judgment, or like people will get their second chance to get it.
Yeah,
I don't know, but either way, it's like, I don't know, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. At the end of
You
the
know,
day,
Bible-
if you share the presupposition that God is all good and all loving, it just makes it only makes sense to just trust that He's going to make the right judgment and just not even worry about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vic,
Atheists be like,
you're getting pretty omnipotent here. There's two Vics.
Yeah, it's too big here.
yeah, I don't mind that. I just muted my end on.
I think you're reaching another level, Vic.
But do I sound
Sunday.
okay?
You sound
I
great.
think you are reaching some sort of
Super science.
singularity.
But do I sound okay?
Super Serbian Vic.
Super
Hello?
Super Serbian 2, Super
Do
Serbian
you guys
3.
hear me?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we can hear.
we can hear
Oh
you.
shit! Okay, like I'm
Uh,
no one's
so-
responding when I ask.
Some guy earlier commented something about how
nigger.
like Dragon Ball Z was like virtually a religion in South America. Go
Yeah.
on YouTube.
I
and-
confirm.
Go on YouTube and look up "Be a Super Saiyan Subliminal" and look in the comments. It's one of the funniest comment things ever.
Yeah, I said it too. It's like this kid, and he's like commenting over the course of a year, like leaving comments every month, and he's like saying like, it's something like first day it's like wow this is really working, like I can feel my power levels increasing, and then by like the last thing he says to close out, he says okay so like I got the powers now, but there's just one problem. I'm just too fast and too strong. So like that's like the last comment he left.
I'm gonna tone it down, guys. This is too powerful.
I'm in God mode, so it got boring. I'm sorry.
Bro, I put no clip on the other day. Too fast.
Oh, too fast. I'm getting nauseous.
To be honest, like the job site I'm on right now, like it's like a new construction site. There's like 2 ways into this building, and they're so long-winded. I'm like, bro, I wish I could no clip in this shit right now. Like,
Just dig a
I'm
hole
here.
straight through. Yeah.
Like the place I gotta get to is right here. But I know I gotta go this way around the place, up the stairs over here, through a thing, to the place. I'm like, bro, if I can just no clip right now.
Yo, wait. For real though, isn't Theosis like no clip? Like for real? Like what do you think about it?
Atheists be like, the Bible sucks because they already spoiled the ending.
Yeah, man, you just can't write like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember somebody actually did have that critique. Like, if the Bible was written today, it would have so many grammatical errors, and you would be
Some-
considered a terrible book.
Some Redditor once said, like, if Jesus was really God, he would have given, like, us epic science discoveries in his sermons instead of stupid morals. And I was like, nigga, you are so Reddit right now.
So,
Why are you talking
Jesus.
about? Why didn't Jesus show us pictures of galaxies?
Oh,
If you look in like the most commonly printed version of the Quran at the beginning, there's like a bunch of things. It's just like, look at all this science shit that the Quran predicted, like
Yeah.
that like sperm is like
I've heard that.
people or something. It's like really funny shit.
The tiny person-sized sperm like this.
Yeah,
You're always facing east.
there was a tiny person in the sperm. So, okay.
You're always
yeah,
facing
man. Like,
east.
if your wife is not East, then you're not gonna have babies because the sperm are going East. So forget about it.
Oh, the people like dogs walk into the mosque during the prayer announcement. It's like, yeah, because they see everyone walking there. They're dogs. They follow human beings.
Yeah.
It's where the food is, man.
It's kind of crude, but when you
It's like
when you said this-
even the dogs know to play
Dude,
to
it's
Allah
like
during
that dog
the
that
prayer.
knows-
It's like
It's way out.
no.
it's kind of crude, but like when you were saying that this like the sperm goes east, you just imagine somebody ejaculates and their sperm just like shoots to the east, like
It's like baby.
It just goes back to him.
Oh my god, my mom.
It just goes back to him.
Oh love, I'm sorry, I'm not talking to you. My wife thought I was talking to her.
I heard looking at
Okay.
What?
She's
No,
sitting
dude,
across, that's
but I
my girl,
imagine-
I'm sorry.
And like
So
shoots
you're
to
in
the
the-
east,
so
like
you're
like,
in the
like,
west?
zips across
The
the
joke I was
ground.
gonna say was like the perfect birth control was the point to go west. Hold on, I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
so
call
if you're
my
in the-
poor sleepy wife, I'll be right back.
okay.
And so if you're in the West, and then the sperm has to turn back onto you, it's like a boomerang.
I was gonna say, what if you're like at the wait at like the 0 degrees 0, you know, like 0 0, you're at the center, and then you shoot the sperm, right? I'm just
Yeah.
turn on the camera so I can show you. Right? It's like
You're really like this idea. You're
Yes.
turning on your
I
camera.
think we're onto something.
You're
I think we're
going
onto
very
something.
far.
let's say my SpongeBob mug is the center,
It's upside
right?
down.
What if you like it's upside? Oh, is that better?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, the SpongeBob mug's the center, and what if you shoot like this angle?
You're
But
gonna
it's
shit
like-
in the SpongeBob mug.
No, you shoot it at this angle, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is that like what ends up doing is that because it cannot turn fast enough to reach the center. What it'll do is like it'll shoot it and it'll like just circle around for an indefinite amount of time. That would be so epic.
Orbits.
Orbits.
It's
Yeah, it'd be orbiting.
Muslim
Yes.
sperm just orbits. I think this is one of our very own original Romans burning inventions.
So what happened now?
Good.
The magnetic sperm
road-
goes east.
Yeah, the magnetic sperm. Guys, I think we should copyright this.
Copyright it.
Wait, are we live?
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
we do.
No, I'm just
Stay
no,
live.
I'm aware. I'm aware.
No, come
I'm
on. Oh, we should have seen
So-
what it was.
The life for a
Something that
full
this
hour.
made me think of like this whole East stuff is like I wonder if that is sort of like it's not really a prefiguring because the idea of like the East versus West, like as like Russia part of as part of the East and stuff is kind of new, but like I wonder if that's sort of an idea that like points towards what's correct in theology because when we pray we face East. And like what's in the East is generally like what's the correct. You know what I mean? Like I wonder
Yeah.
if that's like there's like some sort of connection, like some sort
Well,
of.
there's a lot that the Muslims stole from the Christian East.
Well, yeah, that's
Um,
true. Yeah.
Full prostration,
west.
obviously praying to the East.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we
Yeah.
we pray to these too, right? As Orthodox, like generally,
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
general rule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they pray to these because they're facing towards Mecca. So like,
Yeah.
if you live in like Western
Mhm.
China, you're praying to the West.
Let's see.
Go east,
Jeff
where the
Jeff
Muslims
Oz-
go.
06 says, remember, it is still November.
November, yes.
Hell yeah.
No,
It is
it's,
day
no, no,
16.
no, no.
I'm able to. I am now able to move small objects with my mind. Keep you updated.
The
I
power
went
of
to this awesome.
Look.
There's this awesome video I saw where it's like this dude is like sitting at his desk and he has like a plastic cup in front of him and he's like trying to like use the force or something and then the cup like slides into his hand. He's like Mom, you gotta see this.
the first Jedi ever.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm actually not
Over the-
sitting in a chair. I'm just floating in midair.
Whoa, Rick,
Of course,
really?
the master.
Bro, what dare you on, bro?
You can't disprove it.
You have to be on at least day
Debunk
50.
this, Reddit.
Then James Randy comes
That-
in like,
that-
I'm a gay
that,
faggot and all.
Guys, as
Uh.
Quran says, semen was created in your chest.
Jesus.
That's all.
And Aristotle thought it was produced in the brain.
So we're getting
What?
closer.
So Aristotle,
Eon?
Aristotle prefigured the coom brain meme.
No, guys, you don't get it.
Brain.
You don't get it. Each eon we get closer because first is the brain and then it's the chest and then eventually we get to the actual place where it's made.
The
Aeons, bro.
the nut chest the sack
the
chest
aeon.
dialectic. Is
Guys,
called.
they're clear. It's clearly not in the chest. It's
We pray to the
gobbledygook.
east because when Christ returns, he will rise from the east like the sun.
Yes,
Baby.
Oh, that's cool.
love that.
Like Gandalf.
Wait, a different question. Does gay sperm go west?
Yes. Go
That's
west,
interesting.
It must.
Go
where the
west.
sperm is gay. Go west. And also,
You said, when you
Wait,
said,
hold on. This question's not Donya for dude. Is this freaking Donya Rogue over here?
Yes. Oh.
Respond in the
Donna
chat
friendly?
if it is.
What's
Rogue
that
is a-
Donna
is
friendly?
An oldie. An oldie.
Donya Rogue, the freaking probably one of the most hilarious accounts on Twitter.
Don.
She's like-
Don, how do you
like-
pronounce Donya? Donya.
Like
I
a
don't know.
late teens Filipino weightlifter.
Oh yeah, that's
girl.
fucking awesome. Yeah,
The
she
girl-
was one of the few people
Who's
from
always
like,
like thirsting for a man, but she never get him because she's like gym cell.
a gym fem cell.
Okay,
Dude,
hey, I sent you a freaking Telegram invite, like, what, a year ago.
yeah,
Nigga,
jeez.
nigga, click that already, bro. Shame.
No, I was gonna say she was one of the few people that were like, who were like on Twitter day one. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
back in
old
like
school.
what 2016, maybe even late 2015. I don't even know when I was first on Twitter, dude. Oh, it's such a long time ago, man. It feels like ancient history, even though it's it's not a long
What,
not
4 years ago or what?
I don't know. I look. I'm slowly forgetting how to count. I mean, my mental
Flawed
capacity
Intellect
is
says you haven't
relatively
sent me a Telegram invite yet. That's because you're one of the many famous not a furry guys.
quick. Yeah.
It's okay because you're not a furry, so don't worry. I don't use Telegram. Bitch, start using it.
You're
That
not a
changed your
furry,
life.
so don't worry.
Okay, Flawed Intellect. Get on Telegram and send me a DM on Twitter. I'll send you the thing.
Oh man. I.
Look, use Telegram because Telegram is cooler.
It is. It's
And
just cool.
I sent you a invite to like the third coolest chat on Telegram.
What's
I only
that?
say third coolest because the first two I'm also in. Second coolest is Almost Burning. Primary coolest is Brotherhood chat.
Can we make a cringe
Wow.
rap channel where we make raps about orthodoxy?
I did make
I think
2
someone
weeks
that
ago.
exists.
I wrote a first person shooter rap. It's very good.
Okay, I want to hear it.
Do it.
Okay.
First of all, I want my okay. So the first one before you go big is I hate atheists. They all suck. I hope they get hit by a truck. Okay, so that's
Oh.
mine. So
My
now
name
yours.
is Rick, and I'm here to say I rap so hard every day.
No, I just worked on a series of lyrics that are like
That's
out of
like said in my rap battle.
Here we go.
So bad.
I said, I see you on DE dust. You're gonna suck on DE's nuts. While you act like you're shooting blanks, here I am coming down your right flank.
Oh my
Bullets
God.
in your leg, making you a cripple. Meanwhile, on the mic, I'm screaming, "Oh baby, triple!"
Jesus. Okay, that one was actually pretty good.
Arma 3? Are you kidding me? I've been playing Milson since I was age 3, but that guy sucks because I rhymed 3 with me and then 3 again. So I need to change that line.
Drinking water. What is your water rap?
I like
MC
to drink
Water. MC
I
Water
like to
down in
drink, I like to drink water because it's wet. You probably don't drink water. On that, I'd bet.
Ooh.
Jesus. Oh, Vic, you gotta run. Making you run for your money.
Dolly Dude says, do fellas use Ventrilo?
That is old school. That is old
Ventrilo
Uh,
sounds like
and he
something
says
you eat for
also-
heart disease.
I love your content so much I never watch any of it, lol.
school. Bruh,
True fan.
Ha 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 ha. Lol.
Then I hate you.
bruh.
Lol lol.
Yeah, I'm
Ha 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 ha.
If you
Passive
read
aggressive.
that-
Passive
if you
aggressive.
read
Are we?
that rap there, Vic, I'd like to read the koala copy pasta.
Do it, please. You guys won't regret this. It's great.
See if I can find it.
If you fail, what is the consequence?
I found it. All right, this is I don't know where this is from. I think it's from Reddit or something. All right, this is here it is. Koalas are terrible animals. Koalas are fucking horrible animals. They have one of the smallest brain to body ratios of any mammal. Additionally, the brains are smooth. A brain is folded to increase the surface area for neurons. If you present a koala with leaves plucked from a branch laid on a flat surface, the koala will not recognize it as food. They are too thick to adapt their feeding behavior to cope with change. In a room full of potential food, they can literally starve to death. This is not the token of an animal that is winning at life. Speaking of stupidity and food, one of the likely reasons for their primitive brains is the fact that additionally to being poisonous, eucalyptus leaves, the only thing they eat, have almost no nutritional value. They can't afford the extra energy to think. They sleep more than 80% of their lives. When they are awake, all they do is eat, shit, and occasionally scream like Satan. Because eucalyptus leaves hold such little nutritional value, koalas have to ferment the leaves in their guts for days on end. Unlike their brains, they have the largest hind gut-to-body ratio of any mammal. Many herbivorous mammals have adaptations to cope with harsh plant life, taking its toll on their teeth. Rodents, for instance, have teeth that never stop growing. Some animals have teeth on their lower jaw, grinding plant matter on bony plates in the tops of their mouths. Others
Sounds
have
like me.
molars that distribute the wear and break down the plant matter more efficiently. Koalas are no exception. When their teeth erode down to nothing, they resolve the situation by starving to death because they're fucking terrible animals. Being mammals, koalas raise their joeys on milk. Admittedly, one of the lowest milk yields to body ratio. There's a trend here. When the young Joey needs to transition from rich, nourishing substances like milk to eucalyptus, a plant that seems to be making it abundantly clear that it doesn't want to be eaten, and finds it does not have the necessary gut flora to digest the leaves. To remedy this, the young Joey begins nuzzling its mother's anus until she leaks a little diarrhea, actually fecal pap, slightly less digested, which he then proceeds to slurp on. This partially digested plant matter gives him just what he needs to start developing his digestive system. Of course, he may not even have needed to bother nuzzling his mother. She may have been suffering from incontinence. Why? Because koalas are riddled with chlamydia. In some cases, in some areas, the infection rate is 80% or higher. The statistic isn't helpful.
Fucking degenerates.
That one of the few other activities koalas will spend their precious energy on is rape. Despite being seasonal breeders, males seem to either not know or care and will simply overpower a female regardless of whether she's ovulating. If she fights back, he may drag them both out of the tree, which brings us full circle back to the brain. Koalas have a higher than average quantity of cerebrospinal fluid in their brains. This is to protect their brains from injury should they fall from a tree. An animal so thick that it has it has its own little built-in special head helmet. I fucking hate them. TLDR. TLDR. Koalas are stupid, leaky, STI-riddled sex offenders. But hey, they look cute if you ignore the terrifying snake eyes and terrifying feet.
Koalas are going to hell.
They're wicked.
Okay, guys.
Koalas in the light of the Bible.
Years and years ago, there was a hilarious webcomic.
You are a koala.
The dude sadly got like the SJW brain poisoning and quit his comic. But he had a hilarious comic for a long time called Simulated Comic Product. And one of the most hilarious comics on there that anyone has ever made. Because I remember this so clearly because me and Gus would laugh about this one comic so many times. Every time we would like revisit it, we would always just talk shit about it and laugh at it. And it's this dude who's like, okay, the first panel is like a koala crying. I remember it vividly. The first like a koala crying and like an off-screen dialogue being like, "Oh yeah," and making fun of him, right?
Yeah.
And the second panel, he's like, the koala's like full on tears, and then there's like a little suction vacuum sucking up the koala's tears. He's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna cry, you little queer. Oh, I'm gonna let you cry." And he suck up the tears, and then it shows this dude with like a vacuum and it's full of koala tears, and there's no dude next to him who's like working with him and also the same vacuum, but he's not sucking the tears this time.
Yeah.
And he goes, "I don't know, man. They just look so sad. It's almost not worth it sometimes." And he goes, "Hey, man. Hey, bro." And he puts his hand on this dude's shoulder. And he goes, "Bro, we don't do this because it's easy. And we certainly don't do it for the money, okay? We do it because we're inside. We're just dickheads who hate koalas." I'm like, that's me right now. These are like awful creatures. Kill them, please.
Koala is a result of the fall. Yes.
Yes, they're actually directly like it didn't exist prior to the fall, and then the fall actually
like generated koalas.
Generated koalas.
Koalas are
in a
avatars
void
on Earth. Yeah.
Yes. Fuck. Like mosquitoes. I'm sure mosquitoes are some sort of demonic animal. I don't care what anybody says. Like,
what time is it in wherever the hell you are right now? Some ungodly part of the world. In fact, put the time and the actual country you're in. It's some Filipino ass, brown ass, brown Asian place.
Nigga, brown ass, slanted eye ass, yellow ass. Natural juice having.
All right, what are you for?
It's brown and yellow. It's some honey mustard jam right there.
Humid climate having.
Floodentlex says, wait, what was you saying that koalas are ninjas? What's a ninja? I think we're supposed to call them ninjas.
Nick says koalas are Nephilim race that survived the flood.
I was actually
what? I missed that.
2:41 p.m. Damn, it's 11:43 here. I gotta stop eating and drinking.
He said, koalas are a Nephilim race that survived the flood.
they just hung on to the debris.
Okay, Nick Salvador, you win the internet today. Here's an upvote.
You win the
Here's
internet
10
today, good
internets.
sir. May I have some Reddit gold sent?
You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar.
I had a dude tell me that one time that we used to work in the bag security at my college bookstore. When I had, back when I was in
In
college.
person?
In person, this dude looked like a clone of the comics guy from Simpsons.
Yeah.
He's like, my bag, sir. And he hands me his little ticket, and I give him the bag, and I'm like, here you go, bro. And he's like, thank you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
That's awesome.
I thought it was a joke. I thought someone was punking me. Everyone worries about the JQ. I think what's more important is the
KQ. Yes.
The KQ, the koala quest.
I think most people. I think
Koala
most people are worried about the KQ. They just miss it on the keyboard.
Actually, it's just one letter away.
Guys, what about the KQJ? Oh no!
No, I'm anti-Semitic now. No.
I've derailed the thread now.
Ben Shapiro doesn't name the koala.
Okay, I wrote another. I wrote another line, but it's not. I need to work on like the syllables. I wrote, I see you clearly hanging dearly to the cover behind the trees, but frankly, here comes Das Spanky from the mortal coil. You will soon be free. Something like that.
That's epic.
No, you will.
Here comes Das Spanky.
No, it should be from the
mortal coil. You will leave.
Because
Yes,
he's
you will
hiding
leave.
behind the tree. You will leave.
You will.
Leave.
So funny. Okay. All right.
Only clever people will get it, Vic.
Yes,
That's
I
the thing.
agree.
Yeah.
I write.
Only
I write
Redditors will
raps
understand this rap.
Rick and Morty turn.
Oh my.
Thanks for the gold, my fellow soap user.
I found it, dude. Oh
comic?
man,
Koala
yes.
Okay.
Oh man, hold on. Copy image. First, I'm sending it to the exclusive Telegram chat. Telegram bros, huh?
Only $600 per
Only
month
Donya was
to
on this
enter.
chat. Guess not.
Rick, you should make like Michaela Peterson did, and then we have a $600 club a month to enter the exclusive chat of bros. Okay, because broship is important in these times of darkness.
Yeah.
Bro, don't talk 600 a year, not a month. Man.
Hey, koala. Yeah, you stink.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're greedier than
I will
Michaela
tweet this
Peterson.
later.
Okay.
I will tweet the comic later, probably tomorrow after church.
This is crazy. I love
It's
this.
so hilarious, dude. Hey, koala. Yeah, you stink. Oh, you gonna cry about it? You gonna cry some more tears for me? There we go. Sick of the tears.
What?
Lunchtime already? I don't want to do this job anymore. They just get so sad. Hang in there, kid. I had doubts when I was your age. You have to realize that we don't do this job because it's easy. We still don't do it for the money. We do it because deep down we're jerks who hate. We're all jerks who like these koalas.
That's awesome.
It's so stupid. Oh man. I laugh and I also remember fucking the times with Gus where we were laughing our ass. Stupid comedy. Oh. Good times.
What is this? In Delhi, an oxygen bar gives Indians a gulp of fresh air. Low air quality has given a business opportunity to entrepreneurs offering pollution-free oxygen.
What happened?
I'll
There's
link it in the chat.
There's an
Oxygen shows the free
there's
market.
an oxygen bar in India now where you can go to get fresh oxygen because the air is so polluted.
Just a free market, bro. Just a
Guys,
free market.
Nick is asking, yo, Rick, what's going on with Tara? First of all, you spelled it wrong. T-A-R-A.
It is Tara.
Tara the girl from Earth. 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 We is it past an hour? Is it time to talk about Tara? We always do this by accident or on purpose. I don't know.
That's fine.
Usually like an hour in, we'll start talking about the actual comic, which we'll do promoting every time.
I'm interested to hear what's going on with it.
We had
So far,
an initial-
we're doing the promo pages right now. Well, I'm doing them, but go ahead, Rick.
We had an initial concept for promo pages, but then I thought that we could go a better direction, so we scrapped that one and we tried doing a different one. But as far as the story itself, I have the full outline for the basic story, and I am writing and fleshing out each chapter as we're going. Also, there's, I mean, I don't want to compare it to Game of Thrones, and I'm not comparing it to that at all. But we have a lot of characters, so sometimes we like me and Suzanne sit down and be like, okay, what does this character look like? If this character appears in this panel in this first chapter, we need to have this guy look down. So we try to get this character to look down, talk about who he is as a person, where his arc goes. So we're trying to like get a look and feel for him down. So it takes it. I mean, it's more basic. I mean,
Yeah,
God.
it's taking more time than we expect because honestly, I think has been really intensive because we're doing it from the ground up. So
God is
it's not
God,
as easy
he
as
took- look. God is God, and He took 7 days to make a world. Forgive us if we take like a year.
yeah.
that's
But it's
your
gonna
excuse,
it's gonna be quality when you see it. Okay, I think you guys already have access
course.
to some of the sketches that we did, and they're already looking pretty good, my nigga. So just imagine the final product. Also, I'm getting acquainted with my tablet because really it's the only way to do this thing anymore. Because I mean, you can still do hand drawing and everything, but just
I can't imagine ink's cheap.
no, it's none of that is cheap. None of that at all.
Yeah.
It always sets me back to buy new ink, new supplies. It's always like, okay, I'm gonna eat shit this month because I'm buying new supplies. Honestly,
Once we get
But-
like production really underway, and every look for stuff down pat, stuff will be going a lot more smoothly. Right now, it's a lot of establishment. And
Yeah,
you know
for
what?
example-
to be honest, I'm in my apprenticeship for my trade right now. I get paid okay. I don't get paid like top dollar or anything like that. But once I finish the apprenticeship in like 10 years, I'll be getting paid pretty good, and I could theoretically like support Cesar just drawing all day.
It's awesome.
Fuck
So
yeah.
the first like 2 years, expect a slow trickle of content. But you know what? It doesn't matter because this comic's gonna run for 20 years anyway. It's a long story.
Yeah, it's gonna be some Kentaro Miura shit, nigga.
This is not like this is okay. This is not Gurren Lagann. This
This is Trad Berserk.
is Berserk.
Yes, drinking water. That is
Yeah,
exactly
It's gonna take a long time.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
And
But-
Caesar,
but,
are you the only artist working on it right now? Caesar?
Yes, we plan to have some guests over though, eventually for covers
Yes,
and stuff
oh.
like that. Like,
We got
Alternate
Lee J.
Oh, yeah, did he?
do it-
I, mean,
do
I don't know
a-
if I should.
Go ahead.
I was gonna
Go
say I
ahead,
don't know if I
Vic.
should ask about like internal business stuff, but like, did he actually? Did you guys make a deal with him for him
No,
to drop
not yet.
covers?
We got a verbal deal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna not pay him. I'm gonna pay him, obviously. I pay
Yeah.
Cesar.
yeah, like for example, right now I'm deciding to just simply because sometimes I'll do other illustration work here and there, but I'm deciding to simply just leave that shit alone and and start focusing on Terra alone because, look, for example, right now I did 3 covers, nigga, 3 covers for a dude for a book. The guy has not answered my emails in like a week, and I'm like, Rick is actually paying me, and and I'm slowing down on him. So I really ought to be doing this. And this other guy, he is actually a well-known guy on YouTube, but I'm not gonna start a
Yes.
beef right now because. But yeah, I'm planning on just leaving everything and because really the way I sustain myself and right now is a regular ass job. So it's not like I'm
Yeah,
losing
me too,
anything.
me
If
too.
yeah.
And Nick says in the future, maybe you guys could do Patreon or something.
Yes, that's what we want to do with the promo
Yes,
pages
exactly.
and everything like that.
I have a Patreon profile already. I have not set up a project page or anything like that yet. Right now, I'm just like I'm giving money monthly to Owen Cyclops and to Dr. Matthew Raphael Johnson. Even though he's schismatic, I feel bad for him, and I like his content enough to give him like $4 a month.
Yeah. Another thing I was discussing with Rick regarding this comic is that we should avoid the land of good ideas. I sort of coined this term because it sounds kind of stupid because you're like, how are you going to avoid good ideas? But you know how people
I know what
sometimes
you
in
mean.
life, yeah, like
I already
You
know,
know how-
what you mean.
you know how people sometimes in life will fuck themselves up because they have a good idea, but they can't actually go through with it or have the morals to actually execute. Like this NoFap thing. I get it. I get the intention and all of that, but really, NoFap should be get a girlfriend month and get a wife month.
Yeah,
Because
get a wife month.
yeah, get a wife month because the way you stop nofap, just a fapping permanently, is with conducting your sexuality in the proper way.
Yeah.
Not just being like a fucking monk, because that's not gonna work for most of the population. There's a reason monks are few and far between on the
Yeah.
population. That, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's sort of good ideas, Land. What did you think drinking water? Like, I don't want to have it.
What I thought was I thought what it was like when you're sitting there and like you have a project that you're working, and I do this all the time. It's like,
Yeah.
oh man, wouldn't it be cool if I did this? And
No, but
wouldn't
that's it
I also
too.
did
That's
this,
it too.
And this and then you just have like so many good ideas that you just never do anything.
Yeah, but that's it too. That's it too. Because options. I know people don't like to hear this in the modern age where like choice is deified, like Rick said, but
Yeah.
options slow you down. Honestly,
Absolutely.
like
Yes.
you have to have as little option as possible in order to advance quickly. That's why sometimes I'll do this. I'll admit it. Like I'll bombard Rick with a bunch of sketches, but at the end he's got a good eye. He's got a good eye. So for example, I sent him 6 sketches of the same guy, and he was like, "I like first and last. That's it." And so we're
But
going.
sometimes there's like total mind meld moments. So they'll be like, I think this character looks like this, and I'll be like, bro, from my brain to your
Yeah.
paper. Like, just, like we said, I'm working. Oh, dude, it's been like 2 years since we talked.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years now, but it doesn't seem
Dude,
like it. Like,
straight up, but sometimes there'll be like total mind meld moments where we're just like, oh, damn, on the
damn, bro.
spot,
That's all.
on the spot.
That
But
is
you know
awesome.
what? Robert Kirkman has his comic out right now. What's it called? I don't even know. No one knows. It sucks. But you know,
I just thought you said this was perfect.
Damn.
no,
that was
it's
right.
been 2
It
years
sucks, dude.
working this comic. But you know what? He doesn't do anything else. That his job is like raking in money from Walking Dead.
Oh,
Okay,
Greg, are you
There's
excited?
no-
Are you excited to be beefing with other comic creators?
dude, Robert Kirkman is making so much money he didn't even know who we are. Okay,
Yeah, exactly.
There's no beefing here.
I know.
but he's got no
There's beefing.
struggle going on, man.
Look, if there's beefing, it's beefing with like the low level Comicscape people,
Mm.
like Ethan Van Sciver. Fuck that guy.
Yeah,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're gonna get on his show one day and take some of his fans. I want your fans, yada yada.
we're gonna take all of your subs.
There's gonna be a Rick exposed video that comes out with this.
Droid per War 2, but with us heckling that guy.
I do want John De La Roz on this stream at some point in the future, near future, as in probably next week. I'm gonna send him a DM asking him if he wants to do something on Thursday. Because Wednesday I have a big test I should have been working on this week, but did I do that? No.
Oh, and also to elaborate on the other thing, the good ideas thing. You know why comics and media in general is so fucking like annoying sometimes when people say preachy, they're talking about good ideas land. I figured it out because sometimes they'll say like somebody, wouldn't it be a good idea to insert X message in here, and it just shoehorned in. So that's the type of pseudo good idea you have, you know.
Yeah, we've seen
And,
Marvel be completely destroyed.
Man,
Sadly, but
this seems like a good thing to do.
It's just complete SW brain poisoning. Just
Oh,
Nightcrawler, one of my favorite characters of all time. Someone throws a hot dog at him, and he grabs it out of thin air, and he bites it, and he goes, tastes like mustard and bigotry.
Oh,
Shoot me in the face.
That's
please.
horrible.
Which character
Just like-
did that?
Nightcrawler. Like, you wouldn't even
Jesus.
talk like this.
Why would he do that?
Nightcrawler was like raised among German monks. You think he's like talking about bigotry and
Bigotry.
justice? No, he's gonna be like, you have to hot out of the air. And he's like, I forgive you. That's the kind of man Nightcrawler is. That's the kind of man I grew up reading.
Yeah.
You think mustard and bigotry? It's like, this thing is not on Twitter, okay?
Because it's a wiener, like a phallus.
The fellas, I'm sucking it because I'm gay now. Everyone Marvel is gay.
Guys, anoint my phallus with the blood of the fallen, please.
Reminds me of
Very heavy metal, Scissor. Thank you.
I have a
Yes.
nose for white supremacy. Right now, it smells like bleach.
Oh, I can't-
Oh,
I couldn't
that
get it.
Watchmen
Dude,
thing. The
I couldn't.
Watchmen.
I heard about that first episode. I'm not gonna get into it. I
Wait,
heard
wait,
that
what-
the
wait,
episodes
what
are
is
not
that?
as bad.
Watchmen.
The Watchmen
No.
TV show. The comic is great if you want to read that.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And
I
my
saw
question is,
Master.
The ER did a video about that. I need to watch. Stuff.
Yeah. Oh, did he? Oh, I want to watch this video. This
My question is-
hilarious.
who washes the Watchmen, motherfucker? Huh?
Shit.
Shit. Who's washing them niggas?
Hey. Are you watching them? Not me.
Are you washing them? Not me. Me too busy making bank. No. No,
Scooperhead says, okay, wait, because of the chats. Scooperhead says, Poo Coin. Want to get money for Poo Coin? Maybe.
Coin was that?
Ragu Rogue says, hey, your boy Lee J.
I
And-
know.
Owen Cyclops has such great aesthetics. Glad to hear you're trying to work with him. He
Trying.
said okay to do
Trying.
he said okay to do a variant cover, so I have a verbal okay with him. I do want to talk to him in a more extended time. He's really busy. He has a side job as well, like us.
Oh, and if you do not honor
but
this verbal
but,
agreement,
I am sending him a little package with some stuff, and in it I will include a letter talking about the project and what I want to see in his variant cover. So that'll be cool to have that there. I mean, the thing about variant covers is cool is that you can have like different options for the customers, but also honestly it helps get word out about the comic if you have like a bigger guy doing a variant cover.
yeah,
Dude,
like
for the first
Sandman
first-
too.
for the first
Go ahead, Vic.
100 for the first 100 copies of the first issue, you got to pull that the Guided by Voices thing where you each cover is a unique cover, unique to that specific print. That'd be
Oh
epic,
yeah,
dude.
yeah, man. And
Okay, like freaking Owen Cyclops has like a pseudo icon style where it has like a central figure and like things around them.
no,
So it's a sort of icon. So I want for Terra. I want Terra to be the central character for his cover and have like an anti-icon going on, like a black halo and all like the symbolism around her about what she is, what kind of person she is.
That'd be awesome.
dude. Then
That would be cool. Pickle
I
Rick.
was-
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going through.
go
your
ahead.
chat
No,
right
go
now.
ahead. Go ahead.
Ron Valdez is a Pickle Rick. Have you heard of Tizzy Kodak? Dude's gonna see Miss Coomer. Yeah, I was
Can she with his humor?
I was a big fan of Justin Kodak for a long time, but then he also got the SCW brain poisoning, and like a quarter of the way through Dark Science storyline, he starts making like his main character like all like weird and like buff and like lesbian male looking. It's like I don't want to see this. It's gross.
The fuck?
I stopped reading it. I haven't read it in a few years, so I don't even know. But he does like what he has like riddle like I'm sorry guys if you were out there who has this problem, but he's like one of these modern people who has like weird anxiety issues and he's like has the panic attacks for months on end. So he has like 3 comics a year. I don't give a fuck about that guy. 3 pages a year, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. I mean, I get it. I went through it, but it really does. It's not to be mean, but it does leave you immobile. It just you just can't work with. I gotta head out. So,
All right, I gotta head out so I can focus on Trig homework.
Hey.
I don't mean Trig, a character from Earth, who is one of my favorite.
what a
characters.
segue! What a segue!
What a segue.
I know.
Is it called
Trig
Trig?
Zeus Remordi.
Triggered.
Trigger.
No,
Trig
he
has been
does
the
it.
most difficult. Trig has been one of the most difficult characters to design because she's got a lot of nuance, and Rick is always
A
like,
lot of nuance.
move this, move this, move
A
this.
lot of
Yeah,
nuance.
but it does,
Because Terra is an easy character. Terra's like stereotype action female protagonist, right? She's all balls, and she's all like, yeah, fuck everything, yada, yada, yada. Sides of the head shaved, purple hair. I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, haha. Like, right? She's like the classic female, has like action female protagonist, SCW freak. Trig is like, the person you go to hang out with, and they're really rich, and also they're kind of crazy, and you're like telling Tara, like, this bitch is kind of weird. Don't you realize it? He's like, nah, bro, that's my friend.
she pays for the drinks.
And so it's like there's a lot of nuance to her because she's not like other not like a regular person.
Yeah, she's
Well,
really
the
not one note.
And she's also part of like I mean obviously this is a fantasy story. So you have like weird D&D fantasy races. She's part of a race called the Nymphs, We're kind of
Niggers?
inspired by the Pathfinder gnomes. They're kind of like small hobbit-like sized people, but they don't have like weird, gross, fat, hairy feet. Or anything
Yeah,
like that.
no.
None of that. But like they have like crazy multicolors and it's so like they're like little short.
Thank you for considering my tastes.
Yes.
And I once described to Cesar like, okay, match the nymphs except for the males are like a race of anime girls.
The males?
But Cesar has like a very not anime style, so it's weird to translate that idea into Cesar's style. So
Yeah, I can draw anime if I force myself to, but it's not natural to me.
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
like-
because it's not like my thing. But you just have to draw her eyes a little bit bigger, her mouth is smaller, and just a big triangle's her head. But
Shovel
you know,
face.
Face,
yeah, shovel face.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing about anime. They sometimes the girls can look cute, but they're so like if you saw them in real life, you would be so freaked out.
Yeah,
You would-
no, that's one
Like-
thing I don't like bug eyes. Like, you know what I mean? The insect eyes, weird.
You know who was my crush? Okay, we gotta go back to the chats, but you know who was my crush for like a cartoon? Not Jessica Rabbit, but that chick from Ninja Scroll.
Hmm.
'Cause she's like slender and her eyes are like ooh, you know. I'm just like oh shit. Yeah, but fucking Jessica Rabbit, she's like a blob, so I never I never got anything for her really. She's just like a moving blob.
Western Man says African American community frowns upon shenanigans.
The fuck is this?
Old school 4chan meme.
Every
Every
day
day
I
I
watch
watch
Powerful.
powerful subliminal videos, and every day I draw closer to Super Saiyan. The boys will be sorry.
They would.
And Fall Intellect is
But-
like, actually, there's not one enemy style. There's several different styles. I'll really
Alright,
hate it.
into the locker.
Actually,
Into the locker.
Locker, nigga.
Locker,
Locker.
nigga.
Imagine the locker slamming.
You know what we're talking about. You know what we're talking about.
I'm
nigga.
like, I'm into the locker.
actually,
I'm like,
Greenland is ice,
shut
and
up,
Iceland
nerd.
is green.
shut up.
Anime is so anime. Guys, anime is so. No, guys, anime is so anime that I can tell Avatar: The Last Airbender is American made. That's how fucking anime is. Okay, so don't come to me with that shit. Like,
What's that classic Louis bit?
Ew, people from Phoenix are called Phoenicians.
Phoenician. That's a Louis C.K. bit.
Yeah, he was making
Oh.
fun of beats.
Hey,
He's like, that's the kind of
Well, you're kind
The
of
one-
puttering out, bro.
the
All
one,
it
the one.
says,
Go ahead.
You're all gay.
You're all gay.
I don't know, nigga.
Okay, that's nice.
I don't know,
That's nice,
nigga.
but into the
Yes.
locker anyway.
Yes, I am
Oh,
very
no.
happy. You're right. I'm a very happy
Yes.
person.
Because that's actually what
Also
the
worth
word
noticing
means.
that different artists have distinctive styles.
Boo.
Hey! You know what's my styles? Your mom.
Oh,
Doggy style.
I styled your mom last night.
Your mom's pretty stylish at night.
Alright, enough of that. Sorry, guys. Sorry, Fall Intellect. We're just fucking with you.
You guys are faking gay.
Leave him alone, he's
Make
dead!
me gay.
He's already dead!
It's like you can tell who
Oh my
Kentaro
god,
Mures
dude,
and
this is gross. Sorry, guys. What's your
Louis
man?
CK
Louis
was a
CK was a
coon.
Kuma belly type Kuma. Girls. Oh.
dude, Louis C.K. does look like the Coomer. Louis C.K. does look like the Coomer.
He does.
He does.
One of his jokes that I actually liked was that when you sweat, you have like if it's a really hot day, you have like a quarter cup of water in your butt cheeks just swimming around.
Like, maybe you, bro.
He said he had a friend who thought that like we were talking about the cool stuff. He said he had a friend that thought like he could have sex for longer if he drank milk because like the milk would turn
Oh,
into
no.
if he drank water.
Oh my goodness.
That's ancient wisdom right there. Ancient wisdom
no.
right there.
You just
Intuition.
reminded me. You just reminded me of that.
Intuition, nigga.
you just remind me of that video we saw earlier. You know the one,
Oh,
the milk one.
Oh. Man.
There you go.
So everything's an Umer now. So it's a Coomer, a Zoomer, a Boomer.
Umer.
yeah.
And what is a whore in Umer? It's like a Coomer. I guess.
When I'm a 50-year-old dad, I will be a boomer.
What, Vic?
You robot it really bad.
Yeah. You can want it.
I said when I'm a 50-year-old dad, I will be a hoomer.
Humor.
A Hoomer?
Clever. Hey, guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to come back. We're shutting the stream off. I'll be right back.
What?
Okay, now that Rick's gone.
I don't get it. Why not just shut it off now?
That's what the chat saying.
He wants to
Maybe
see if
you
we're gonna
fatty.
talk trash about him before it goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rick. Is that right?
Yeah, okay.
Rick is
Rick,
a
we get
malevolent
it. This is
force
a
in this
loyalty
world.
test, and you know what? I'm not loyal. Here's the L. I'm holding up an L. You can't see it.
We're like Rick is like the ugly girl, and we're the pretty popular girls, and we gossip.
Oh my gosh! Did you see?
Rick's like, hang on, Stacey. I'm gonna be in seconds, and he leaves, and we're like, isn't she so fat? She's about to go for seconds.
Oh my god, I'm like fat, but I'm not that fat.
I hate that women hate each other. That's so like it ruins everything.
Yeah, man. And then they're like, that's why they become one of the boys. They're like, oh, I hate women, so I'm gonna become one of the boys. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Biggest
Shut up.
misogynists ever.
Wait, I got a question for you. Drinking water. Are women still canceled?
Okay.
Will
Will never not be canceled. Will never not be canceled.
Damn. That's crazy. Though.
Sorry, bro. They had a
Women
good
canceled?
run. They had a good run, but the audience has spoken.
Yep.
The
Bro,
ratings are
bro,
in, and
seriously?
it's not looking good for women. So they're canceled.
They're canceled.
Bro, seriously, the other day, I had the most horrible date. Like, okay, so what I mean by that is that it canceled women for me. Like, I'm pretty sure I have no heart anymore. Like,
What happened?
What
was
did
the
they do
date?
to you?
look, it wasn't they. It was one of them. One of them, you know. And okay, so you know when you talk to your buddies, you're like, this girl's coming over, but in Mexico we have a word where it's like ruca, where it's sort of like
It's like dude for girls, right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this ruca's coming over, you know.
Yeah.
So she somehow somewhere saw the chat, so she gets all indignant because I called her a ruca, you know. But the thing is, the punishment was totally disproportionate to what the thing was, because she started doing these weird stuff. Like, she went onto a corner and started crying, laughing. She hugged me and then she stopped hugging. She hugged me and then she stopped hugging me. And then she was like, "I want to get out of your house." And I'm like, "Okay, let's go." She rejected the money I gave her. She does not know her way around these parts.
No. Cesar, just
What's
in
up?
full. You walked out of the apartment of your place.
Yeah.
And you give her the money to get out of there. And then
Yeah.
she grabs it and runs down the street.
Yes.
That's an important detail, because you know why? Because it's a psyop. She's trying to get you to run after her.
Yes.
The entire
She ran.
interaction was trying to get her, constantly trying to get you in her frame, feeding after her reactions.
Yes. She
That's all it
literally.
is.
There- so I-
wait.
Oh.
Do you know how I was listening to tell me this freaking story the other day in my kitchen? You know how I knew this? Because I wasted 7 years of my life with a woman like this.
Shit, man.
I know.
I was like, Rick, how did you endure 7 years? I could not endure a date. A date? It's like, what?
Barely.
But it was like, ugh. Yeah, dude. She actually. So I live in a hill, and the streets are like downhill. So she actually went down the hill in a place she does not know. She went down the
Wait.
fucking hill, and I was like, what the fuck? But she went back. she went back right at me because I didn't go. I was just like, "What the fuck is this crazy bitch doing?" Okay, if she wants to get lost, then she gets lost. She came
You know what that
back.
reminds me of? Like, you know when you're walking with like a dog, and the dog's walking ahead of you, and the dog keeps turning around to make sure that you're following it.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, "I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him for sure." That's why I said that her big indignation was me not allowing her to insult me. That was her big pet peeve. Like,
Oh, that was
oh my
that
god, you're
girl?
so. Yeah, it was the same bitch. So, but Rick can tell you, she was just doing insane things all day. But
Crazy person.
I,
This
I'm
person's
talking
gonna
about
kill
this,
your
Rick.
dog. This person's gonna bring your mom's house down. Okay?
Yeah, like Rick, I'm talking about this because Drinking Water was saying that women are canceled. And I was like, I think she canceled women for me. Like, in my
Here's the thing, man. Like, okay, I'll be honest.
not true. I still go
Women
after one.
Women aren't as creative as men.
Yep, definitely. That's more than obvious.
When they go crazy in specific ways.
Yeah, like Rick was telling me that exactly what she did, her ex did, like by the book, like by the letter.
His, nigga. I'm a man, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, his. Sorry. We're
Fuck is
just
that,
so much
man?
she and
What
he.
is this? Try Grace over here?
Spanish has
Say-
not so much he and she. Damn.
Can't just say Sue. You say
Oh yeah, I
is
caramba.
her.
No, but go ahead,
so,
Rick.
Okay, like the thing, man. It's like
This is PTSD, man. This is
That says
PTSD.
it all, man. Like,
straight up
this is-
PTSD, bro.
you don't need to say anymore.
You don't need
Listen.
to say anymore. Man.
Tells me everything I
guys,
need to know.
guys who are single right now, guys who are single and have like a. Okay, here's the thing: when you find yourself goaded into reactions, okay, learn what a frame is, and like PUA terminology, frame. I'm not saying it should be a womanizer or spin plates or be
Frame is one of the few useful
fornicator.
things PUAs do.
Frame. Like truly learn what that is. Like do not get don't get stuck into frames. Women will do it unintentionally. Try to get you into the frame, right? Unintentionally. But the worst ones are the kind that Cesar encountered here. The ones who intentionally try to get into, because women are very psychologically more powerful than men.
Yeah.
Even in unintentional ways. But the worst ones are the ones who are intentionally, who know the power they can wield and wield to an obscene maximum. Be careful, guys. I mean,
Like bros.
I
Like,
don't mean to
this
say
chick was
in a
at-
fornicating. Okay, I don't say this in a fornicating way, but don't give your all of your soul if you aren't banging her. And I don't mean you should bang her and then you're okay. No, I mean like, unless she's your freaking wife, you're not giving her this kind of shit.
Exactly.
You are not giving her the okay for this. Hold on, I hit a chat by accident. Oops. Sorry.
The consumer.
It's like,
Dude, this woman attempted to gaslight me like straight up. Like she said, "You ran me off of your house," and I'm like, "You decided to go. No, you ran me off. You ran me off."
bye,
Like,
bitch.
Yeah, like
Wait,
Straight
but
up.
she-
so
You
you
want-
said she was crying and laughing at the corner.
Yes.
Is that after you gave her the
Insane
money
person.
and then she
Crazy
ran
person.
away? Is
No.
that
This is inside when she gets indignant with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Was this
Tomorrow.
the first day you met her or something?
No, not at all. But
Oh, okay.
wait a second, Rick. Go ahead. Tomorrow, what?
Tomorrow.
I'll tell you the rest.
Tomorrow, if I can get this freaking dude on here, Shaggy. If you go onto my Twitter, Repentant Rick, earlier today, very early, like 7 a.m. today, I put a tweet out of some dude who put like a really long office story, first person kind of thing. It was funny, and I said today we're gonna stream and talk about this. I'm gonna try to do this tomorrow. But in tomorrow's talk, I'll talk way more about frame, because so much of this dude's whole story is like constantly giving into other people's frame.
Yes.
Like it's a funny story, and I think it may be more autobiographical than he wants to admit. But it's like, it's like the entire time you're reading, it's like, nigga, this is your own fault. Like okay,
Yes,
the moment where he walks in, some girl is like gives him a piece of cake. He's like, no, I'm on strict keto. I can't do the cake, and she stares at him, and he gives in and takes the cake. Later on, he gets an email saying everyone who ate the cake owes $5 to pay for the cake.
Oh yes, yes.
And it's like, dude, you're a bitch for giving into any stage of this. You faggot.
Yeah.
Like the second she gives you a cake and gives you a stare for not taking it, it'd be like, I don't care.
I don't care. It was like,
Why do you give? Why do you care?
Yeah.
yes, like fucking cake, man. It's like, what?
Nigga, just say no. Sorry. Look away and look away. Physically turn away and be like, sorry. Busy.
Yeah.
Why you give this something? And she bribes you taking the cake, and then later on she's like charges you for it. Like, I didn't agree to a charge when I ate the cake.
Did she just give him a look? That's it?
Yes, and then later on
Yes.
she charges you for the cake. Listen, I didn't agree to a charge when I ate the cake. Send. End of discussion. Why are you giving into this shit? It's pathetic. And the entire thread is like this. Like this was pathetic instances of like faggy office politics. Stop it.
Yes, like
Stop.
you at a level understand, but at the same time, it's like, okay, now we complain. Now you gotta learn about, like I said, PUAs usually they have shit advice, but frame is one of the few things that is actually super useful, and it's not like a slut getting sluts thing. Even with your wife, even with your long term girlfriend, it's just the nature of how things should be. Frame.
Read the Rational Male by Roll Tomasi, but don't read it to like hijack. He's a womanizer, and he advocates for womanizing and spinning plays. All this degenerate crap. Don't read it for that. Read it for the honest to God, like assessments of male female dynamics. It's great for that, but do not read it for the crap that he wants you to read for, which is to bang whores. Paid
Exactly.
or unpaid. You know, don't do it for that. But it is good for on a different level.
Talking about that, the Southern Israelite says that we should have brothels in the new nation because the Bible doesn't say that it's bad.
Just like Thomas Aquinas.
Wait, Thomas Aquinas said that?
He wasn't a guy. Yeah, he said something like brothels should be allowed to be open or something like that. I don't remember the reasoning though.
It's the libertarian Thomas. Okay.
Nick Salvador says, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but dudes would go into female manipulation the weakest race. Like, it's true. It's true. And
It's true.
when I gave into it, it's because I was weak. It's absolutely true. I'm not gonna deny that at all. And
Look,
honestly,
here's
at
the
the
here's
same time, at the same time we have to give like
Europa.
I'd say at the same time we have to give like some compassion to dudes who are just totally unequipped to deal with it. Just
like raised by single moms, you
they
know, all of this.
they wake up and they're like, all women are wonderful and beautiful, and they'll never hurt me. It's like, nigga, you are lamb to the slaughter.
Hell, nigga, you shouldn't even if you're ugly. Let's say you're actually an ugly guy or something. Even that shouldn't. Yeah, that's no excuse. Like you shouldn't even. Have you seen the men women end up with? Like Jesus. Like,
Yeah,
Bro,
exactly.
I'm 5'7".
Have you seen the guy that Trad Grace ended up with?
Yeah, but that's a damn. That's a whole different game.
It took
Man.
me a second.
You could be that guy.
Guys,
The frame has been broken in there. There's no frame. This is pure
if
chaos.
Drag Race is watching this, forgive me, but I'm fairly certain I have a photo of that around here.
Dude, the other thing I want to say, the other thing I want to say is that let's as men also admit that this is gonna sound really gay, but that we have feelings because these MGTOW guys, when they talk about problems with women, what is it? They talk about, oh my god, this bitch got my money. Oh my god, this bitch made me angry. And I'm like, no, bro, you were sad. You were sad, and you were listening to fucking sad songs, crying in the corner because this bitch destroyed you. Like, let's
I
like,
had someone say so much.
Yeah, it's like stop it. Stop pretending like we don't do things out of like we become weak and out of frame precisely because we're afraid that we'll lose this bitch. Like she means something to us in any way, you know. Maybe we know her for a day, but it's the only interaction we've had in a long time or whatever. You know?
Okay,
Yeah.
I got rare CF picks.
No, you're not. We're not supposed to distribute those.
I
Okay.
won't. I won't. I won't.
That's
But
a
I have
secret.
'em.
I have him too, bro. You have the one of him standing
Everything
on the roof.
skipped, everything lagged.
I have the one of him using his cat as a machine gun.
Oh hell yeah! Dude, send it to me. 'Cause I have that picture, but it's buried. That's a good one. If you're out there, okay, we're not. Okay, how did we not
She's come
sound
in
like
again.
fans
CF.
like right now?
Nigga, Charlie, we fucking love you, nigger.
No, you're not supposed to say that.
He said it before. Charlie, come
What's
back.
that?
You fucking pussy, come back.
Yeah. See if you're out there.
You can't win.
Fuck.
You can't
Bird shoes owned by Anglos. The fucking nigga.
English
Yeah, makes out talks an hour and a half about how you shouldn't give up, and then he gives up. Come on.
I can't believe this guy is now like, I'm just gonna sit in my house and be a gamer. I'm just gonna make gaming videos.
He doesn't even do that now.
Wow,
there
bro.
hasn't been a video
Elite
on that
gaming
channel in a while.
videos.
He makes
Dude.
elite gamer videos and eats chicken nuggets, Michaelina's cheese
You
wheels.
can tune in.
Remember to go to the Divine Liturgy tomorrow. Yeah, but like to be honest, like how do you forget? Like, oh shoot, it's Sunday. The one thing I'm supposed to do on Sunday, which is go to church. Oh, I forgot.
Sunday fun day.
I saw
It's my mom's birthday, and she wants me to go to a Catholic church with her. So I guess
say, Mother, I'm not allowed to commune with heretics.
Say, mother.
I can't.
I
can't go to-
Christ.
I can't go to church today.
No essence, energy, distinction, mother.
Mother.
Mother, have you heard?
I saw a
Jay
tweet
Dyer
where
podcast.
This guy says, "I want to eat more meat, maybe even go full carnivore." The guy says, "Buddy, I have some bad news for you about orthodoxy." It's like, okay, let Epic. Okay, I didn't know we were legalists here. I guess you can't consult your priest and he can accommodate for you. I get now. That's out of the.
But if you want
That's out
to
of the
become
picture.
ortho with
Nope.
me, I can show you what
Okay, I'm
church
gonna
like.
start whipping myself now to pee because I need meat.
Okay, I don't have the picture. I'm
I
sorry.
ate meat and meat juice.
It's all right. No worries.
Hey,
I know-
guys,
I know
guys,
I
I got
have
the.
to-
You got Scoffy this time, trying to Grace.
Hey,
Oh,
guys. Remember, mother. What is it? I can show you what church like. But if you
I'm bleeding.
wanna go to hell,
Wanna find her with me?
There's a side of Rick I have not yet seen.
Oh, Vic, I've seen you my karaoke videos, so you know.
I know, but I'm
You know,
just
me yelling. Kyrie eleison.
Oh, dude.
That was a great.
One day,
winner
dude,
takes
one day,
it all.
I'm gonna come on down to Florida. I'm gonna blow my vocal cords out with you. Bro. It's gonna be
Yes.
awesome.
Do it.
I
Oh.
can't sing for shit, but who cares, man?
That's what
That's
karaoke's
probably-
about, man.
That's
No one
the
cares.
that's the
That
appeal.
reminds me of when you
Yes.
said mother. That reminded me of this gif.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Modem.
Ooh. Okay,
If you wanna be a
I got that gif,
Catholic. No, seriously, in Mexico, it's so Catholic that we call Christians and we know it's talking about Protestants. Like
Okay,
Christian automatically means
Guys.
Protestant.
we're in the stream. It is 1 hour 58 minutes in. Before I end in, if you guys want like the lowdown on me singing karaoke,
It's pretty good.
you can watch this video. I'll give you an audio preview. If you really want, DM me. I'll send you the full link. Hold on.
That's awesome.
Damn.
All right, it's enough.
I pictured you singing that from like the peak of a mountain. Yeah, exactly. With their arms out, like
Those are like Gregorian chants, but wrong.
Yeah. Just me like drunkenly drinking karaoke.
song travels through the valleys.
Rick
Alright,
and
fellas.
church on Sunday. Church on
Okay,
Sunday.
bros. Nick Salvador says, "Good night, Kings. You better be in church in the morning. You better be, fellas. You who watch this, you're here. Cesar, I know what you're doing over there in Tijuana. If you're not going Orthodox, nigga, you better fucking do it."
I'm sorry. Rick.
Before Rick brings Jay back on for podcast again, we should. And you know, what, I'll be honest, I might chastise Jay a little bit because he was a total fag during the IP shenanigans. I'm sorry, Jay. I love you, bro, but you were total queer for that. You know, you were right technically. You were wrong.
In conduct.
In faggotry. Nigga. It was embarrassing, bro. I love you, bro. That's the thing.
Guys, Rick is pure gobbledygook. That's
Rick, pure gobbledygook, Rick.
And who's obviously trying to set me up, dummies. Obvious.
You're right, he was, but you know what? Hop in there
yeah.
anyway, nigga. Hop in
not
there
know
anyway
what
and
to
act
say?
like
You not see
like
this?
your best.
Come on,
If this-
dummies.
If they start doing like tone policing, just make a big stink about it. What are they gonna
Just do it.
They're not gonna like kick you. I mean, they might kick you from the stream, but like,
Just
who
do
cares?
it. Just should have just done it, man. And act
yeah.
your
So
best.
so
it would
look,
be a
if
challenge
IP
for you, Jay, to act your best.
look, if IP canceled the debate over some petty bullshit, he would have looked worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it, man. Just look, Jay. Get a book called How to Live a Holy Life. Now, I still don't follow this book 100% because I'm a terrible sinner.
Hi,
But
Jay.
you must read it to learn how to stop indulging, I'll be honest, in the vice of defending yourself constantly. Let it go, bro. Anyway,
Come here, Jay. I love you.
Come
I
here,
love
Jay.
you.
I think I love you. Anyway, Phyllis, it's been great talking to you all in the comments and in the live stream.
Thank
Y'all
you,
have a
Rick.
good night. We're going to pick this up again some point this week to talk about that office thread.
Yes.
Fellas.
And frame.
Don't get caught by hoes. But do go out there and acquire GF. Stop being a bull bitch about it. Just do it. Suffer. You must suffer.
Look, if I did it, you can do it.
Look, you're gonna suffer when you try to do it. Just hop into it, man. Suffering is what gives you salvation. All right, fellas.
Salvation.
Good night.
Good night.
See you guys.
GF, acquire the Holy Spirit. God bless.
Salvation
fellas.
through
Good night.
suffering. It's a band. It's a metal band. A Christian metal. Salvation through suffering.